In this video, I'm going to show you a free way to edit your YouTube videos to make them look professional and capture viewers' attention. Make sure to stay till the end where I share an amazing trick that saved me a ton of time on my editing journey. Open up DaVinci and throw your footage into the timeline. The first thing I like to do is color grade just because it's pretty fun and makes me less depressed during other parts of the editing. Go to the color grading tab. The settings that we are going to use are contrast, shadows, highlights, saturation, and temperature. Just move them around and play with them until you like what you see. It's usually great to increase shadows and highlights, reduce saturation, and then go from there. Now there is one more thing we need to do before getting to the main part, and that is adjusting the volume. Let's go to the Fairlight tab. Zoom in with Control plus scroll wheel. Play the video and adjust the volume line so these bars on the side are just gently tapping the red. Here comes the most exciting part. We need to cut out all the silence and speaking mistakes or even some of the boring footage if your video allows for it. I will show you the one way that I think is the best and also the fastest. Make some room for the audio track and really zoom into it to get a clear view of the waveform. Then listen to a couple of sentences. You will notice that there is a distinct shape in the waveform whenever the speaker takes a breath. To cut this out, move the playhead over the beginning of the breath and click Ctrl plus B. Cut the end, then click on the clip and press delete. The silence is even easier to notice, so you shouldn't have problems with that. When starting with editing, you will have to listen through the whole footage, but when you get some experience, you will be able to do it visually. If you are still alive after cutting the whole video, you can add some J-cuts. I'm not really a fan of them, because they require additional work, but I will show you how to do it. Disable linking and pull the audio clip onto a lower track. Then extend the left side, and that's it. You can also extend the end of the previous clip to make it smoother. Let's add some text to keep the viewers engaged. Go to the titles and insert text. I suggest you to use the Montserrat font, but it's completely up to you. Type in your text and adjust the duration and sizing. Add the film damage background from the description. Add shadow and camera shake. Put the light leak transition on both ends of the clip and change the blend mode to screen. Now just copy this to wherever you want and change the text. To make the video more interesting, we also need some stock footage. I recommend Pexels, but Pixabay or Unsplash are good too. Search for some footage related to your video, download it, and add it to the timeline. I like to make it smaller and put the crumbled paper background behind it. You can add a bit of shadow and shaking to make it look better. Add the transitions. An important part of your video is audio, so make sure to add sound effects. This is a really useful trick to keep the viewers engaged and boost retention rate. There are a lot of good sound effects on YouTube. Download them and put them in your timeline. Be sure to adjust the volume of the effect so it doesn't break your ears. You should also try some music. There is a ton of free-to-use songs in the YouTube music library, so make sure to take advantage of it. Another very important thing for retention rate is the zoom-in effect. I will link an in-depth tutorial in the description when I make it, but I will briefly explain it here. There are a lot of different options when making a zoom-in. I will show you my favorite because you can use it with my time-saving trick. Drag in an adjustment clip. Go up here and change the zoom to the amount you like. I usually use 1.1 to 1.4. Put the adjustment clip over the part that you want to have a zoom in, and that's it. You can duplicate this clip and make another zoom-in effect. Make sure to use a lot of them because they really make a difference. To save this for the next project, enable Power Bins and drag your adjustment clip into the folder. You can also save sound effects, transitions, music, and other media that you frequently use. When you open another project in DaVinci Resolve, all your stuff will be here. If you want animated zoom in, you can go to the frame where you want the zoom in to finish and click this diamond button, which creates a keyframe. Then go to the beginning of the clips and just type in 1. The keyframe should be added automatically. You can also add the zoom out if you want. This animation can be a transition between different zooms, or you can make them longer to add some tension. Comment down below if I missed something and what tutorial you want next. If you want to make money as a video editor, check the video from the description.